Hi guys, welcome back. This is my second video of my channel series about being an international student here in Canada. Again, my name is Claire and my aim is to help people who are aspiring to be an international student here in Canada. The topic for our video today is going to be about how to apply to Canadian schools as an international student. So once you choose a school, you must apply to get admission there. I would advise you to apply at least 1 year in advance. In most cases, the school will be posting on their website the day that they will be starting to accept applications for a specific term or semester. Colleges may start to accept applications for different programs at different times. So you have to check on their website what the start date for applications on your preferred program would be. So for example, October this year, they're going to start accepting applications for programs that are going to start, let's say, August next year. So it will give you enough time to get your documents in order and to start applying. Because if you get rejected to one program, then you will be able to try to apply in another program or reapply again to your preferred program. Let's start from the basics. Step 1 would be choosing a program of interest. As I've said in my first video, you should choose which school you want to study in and which program you want to take. So you should check in their website if the program that you want is available for international students and when the application dates for international students will start. Step 2 would be checking the start date of the program of your choosing and reviewing if it meets your requirements. So for example, you want to be admitted in January 2022, for example, then you gotta start looking at their website around 2021. Like I've said before, just maybe check a year in advance because this will give you enough time to get everything in order. Step 3 would be checking the requirements and seeing if you're eligible to apply. Different programs have different requirements, so you gotta check on your school's website if what their requirements are and if you have it or if you're eligible to apply to that program. Different schools differ in admission requirements, but these are some of the criteria that almost all of them look for. First is to have graduated in a secondary program or an equivalent of that. But for postgraduate programs, I think that they would require a 4-year degree, a bachelor's degree, for you to get admitted because it is a postgraduate program. Second would be to be 18 years of age and above. This is just to make sure that you're an adult. But like I've said, different schools have different requirements. So some would accept minors as long as it has custodianship documentation. Third is to pay the application fee. So in my experience, I've paid $95 to apply to George Brown. I don't know if different schools have different prices for their application fees, but you just have to check on their website or call the International Admissions Office. Fourth is the English language requirement. So you have to give proof of your English proficiency. This is when you submit your IELTS or other English proficiency exam results. Other requirements would include an international application form depending on the college that you're going to apply in. Sometimes there are academic requirements too, like you should score at least 50% above in math and science, depending on the program that you're going to take. Supporting documents include a copy of your passport, including your photo and personal information, translated and attested copies of your transcripts and diploma. You should have your transcripts and diploma translated to English because they wouldn't accept diplomas that are in our local language, which is Tagalog. And if you're applying for a postgraduate program, then you should provide at least 2 years transcript from a university or college. Like I've said, again, your documents should be translated in English and are certified true copies. So your school should put like signatures or marks in there that says that it is a true copy and it should be signed. And again, if you're a minor, you should submit your custodian documents. The next step would be applying to the school of your choice. So either you can apply to their website, apply through an authorized agent. This is where you have an agency. And the third would be the use of OCAS, or Ontario Colleges Application Service. There is a platform where you can apply to multiple Canadian schools all at once. Their website is called ontariocolleges.ca. I'm gonna put the link down below so you can guys check it out. And they also have an app on the App Store available for iOS and Android. Basically, OCAS, which stands for Ontario Colleges Application Service, is a non-profit service that provides centralized application to colleges services through its applicant website and a centralized data warehouse of applicant information for high school, colleges, and the government. Basically, OCAS is like a platform wherein you just apply to it, fill out your basic information, and then they're gonna do the rest, like applying to the schools that you're interested in applying in. They are connected to a lot of universities and schools, so it is very, very convenient for you guys. And the best part about that is that they are hella cheaper. For me, in my case, I paid $95 to apply to George Brown alone. But if you're using OCAS, you're still gonna pay $95, but the thing is, you can apply to up to 5 programs in different schools. So since you can apply to 5 programs, you can apply to up to 5 schools or up to 3 programs in one school. So for example, I'm very interested in applying to Conestoga, for example. Then I could just pick 3 programs from Conestoga. I could apply 1 program from Humber and maybe another program in Ryerson. Or you could apply 1 program in 5 different schools. It really depends up to you. Their platform is very easy. So basically, you just have to fill out your personal information, and then you have to pay for the $95 application fee. And after that, they're gonna send you an email including your receipt and your OCAS number, which you will use for emails later and confirmations. And then you can just pick any school that you want to apply to and up to 5 programs that you're interested in. And then after a few days or weeks, the school of your choosing, their international admissions officer, will just email you directly and ask for your credentials and other requirements. You can upload the files, scanned files, through your OCAS app, or you can just email them directly to the international admissions officer. It really depends on what they instruct you to do. So whether you apply directly to the college, used an agent, or used OCAS, if all your documents and payments are in order, the school will issue you a letter of acceptance. This letter must be included in your study visa application to the Canadian Embassy. That's pretty much it about the application. For other stuff, we have the health insurance. So you are not insured for any medical, hospital, and dental care by the Canadian government. However, most of the colleges have a health plan available for the international students, so don't worry about that. Once you arrive here in Canada, you can just attend your orientation and they will provide the information about your health plans and stuff like that. Next is the student fees and finances. So international student fees are not the same as the fees for domestic students. Our fees range around $14,000 to 17,000 Canadian dollars. And colleges may add other additional fees. It really depends on the college that you're going to study at. Financial assistance. So as an international student, you will be required to provide documents that prove that you can support yourself while you're studying here in Canada. So that's why you cannot get any financial assistance from the Canadian government. However, once you're enrolled in a Canadian school, you are also entitled to apply to various scholarships and awards and stuff like that. So once you're in your school, you can just check what scholarships or awards they offer and just try to apply to it if you're eligible. Next, what if the English requirement is not met? Since different colleges have different requirements for various programs. For example, in my case, I am taking a degree program, so they require me to have at least 6.0 in IELTS and a minimum of 5.5 in each band, which is listening, writing, speaking, and reading. So if you haven't met your English requirements, you can just take ESL, or like I've said before in my first video, English as a second language. After that, you can apply to the degree program or bachelor's degree program of your choice. You can just check your school's website and see what other options you have if you haven't met your English requirement. As a reminder, they prioritize complete applications that includes all the documents required. So it is up to you to research on what your school is requiring, and it is your responsibility to provide it promptly. I guess that's it for the video. I hope you guys found it helpful, and if I missed out on explaining any details, or if you just want to ask me something, please don't hesitate to comment down below and I will answer it for you. On my next video, I will be talking about IELTS, or International English Language Testing System. This is what I took as my English proficiency exam, and I submitted it to my school as a part of my college admission requirement. I'm gonna share to you my experience about taking the exam, about reviewing for the exam, and some helpful tips for you guys. Thank you for watching. If this helped you or motivated you in any way, please give it a thumbs up. And while you're at it, please hit the subscribe button down below. You can also follow me on Instagram and my TikTok account. I'm gonna put the link down below. Again, like I've said in my first video, you have to do things one by one so you don't overwhelm yourself, and you have to constantly motivate yourself into thinking that you can do it, because you can do it. Okay, that's it. Bye guys! See you next time!